Hey guys, it's your girl, the Chocolate Charker, coming at you with another video. And this video is going to be about my experience driving in the snow. So let's dive into it. So today is Sunday, November the 25th. I am currently in New Orleans, not New Orleans. I'm in Louisiana, not New Orleans, but I'm in Louisiana. Um, so last week we were coming from Vermont going to Missouri, and I ran into snow in Ohio. Now, as usual, when we switch over from my trainer driving to my self driving, he'll let me know, like, hey, you may encounter this or you may encounter that. So that day was the same. He had driven through the snow that night, but when I started driving, the snow had stopped. He was like, you possibly could go through the snow. So when you do, or if you do, just take your time. If you feel like you can't handle it, or if you get nervous, pull over to a safe place and just wake me up, let me know. So I was already kind of prepared. And prior to this, on our last trip from Washington to Massachusetts, there were a couple systems, one in front of us and one in behind us. That I thought I was going to run into snow, so I had brushed up on some snow driving tips. Um, so at first it was just rain coming through Ohio, and then the rain turned into a rain snow mix, and then it turned into pure snow. At first it wasn't sticking, so I wasn't too concerned. It wasn't accumulating on the highways. I did slow my speed down, increase my following distance, kept an eye on my trailer just in case it started to sway. So I did those precautions, and I'll say about 30 minutes into driving in this is when it started to really accumulate on the roads. The temperature dropped a little bit, and it started to get started to come down heavier. Sorry about that. Um, So at that point, I was getting a little anxious. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pull over at the next safe spot, and I'm just gonna wait it out. So all in all, I ended up driving for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half at the most in the snow, until I could get to a truck stop. That was the only thing available, was a truck stop. Um, there were no rest areas, unfortunately, um, in between where I got a little anxious and where I stopped. So, from all the things that could have gone wrong, nothing went wrong while I was driving this time. So, yeah, that was my experience. Now, the snow did start coming down in like blankets, the really pretty, fluffy stuff. That's cool to look at when you're in the house with your cocoa and you're all nice and warm and toasty, not driving in it, for me at least. Um, so when it started coming down heavier, I slowed my speed down even more. I increased my following distance even more, and I put my blinkers on, my flashers, and I just took my time. Um, Kept my head on the swivel, checking both my mirrors for other vehicles as well as my trailer, keeping my eyes in the distance so I can see the conditions ahead of me as far as I could see, seeing what the cars and the trucks in front of me were doing, if they happened upon some slick spots over the bridges, took my foot off the gas when I went over the bridges just in case. Made sure I took my Jake brake off, um, and I was just cautious. Getting off of the exit, I made sure to slow down far in advance of the exit. And behind me, there were other trucks with their hazard lights on, preparing to get off the road as well as I heard on the CB, a couple other truckers were looking for places to stop and get off the road as well. Um, so that was my experience driving in the snow, and thank God, like I said, nothing major, nothing happened that would shake me up to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm not doing this ever again. Um, but as for me, if I don't have to drive in it, then I won't. If I have to, um, I will. Um, if I feel unsafe or anxious, then I will pull off the road, um, get to a safe spot. And from my trainer, other drivers, I'm in a couple trucking groups on Facebook. Um, that seems to be the going piece of advice. If you don't feel comfortable, if you don't feel safe, pull off the road. Because the minute you don't feel comfortable and you get anxious driving on it, you become a hazard yourself to other drivers. So if you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel safe, pull over. And that's my experience. And that's all for right now, you guys. I'm trying to keep my promise of dropping a video every week. Um, so yeah, I might record a couple other ones today and drop them later because I'm currently like I said, I'm in Louisiana. My trainer is taking home time here, so I'm in the hotel room for now. So I'll probably record at least one more video and drop it next week. So that's all for today. If you guys have any questions, comments, leave them down in the comment section. As you know, I do try to get to all of you guys' comments. I'll go ahead and put the email address in the description box as well. If you want to email me privately, that's fine. You can email me. I'll answer any questions that I can. And you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like. To all of my new viewers, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys later. Have a good Sunday.